Peace, 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 family. How we doing out there? Grand Rising to everybody tuning in right now. New Money Matrix Mondays. You already know what it is. Let me edit this real quick because it's New Money Matrix Mondays. There we go. There we go. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Peace, 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 Queens. Brother Tim, how we doing? If y'all can, please help me and assist me in sharing this out if you could. Help and assist me in sharing this out. Okay, let me check something out real quick. Peace, 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 Queen. How we doing? How's everybody doing today? Man, hey, y'all see Bitcoin SV doing his thing off what? I do not know. Off what? I do not know. I don't know what's got Bitcoin SV moving like that. It may be 100% bull. Let me see here. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. What I'm doing right now, I'm sharing this out across my social media sites. So that's Twitter, Instagram. Once again, sharing it on Facebook. Um, what are we looking for here? Brother Polo, what's going on, Brother Vincent? Let me see who I got checking in over here on the YouTube side of things. Give me 1 second. Let me slide over here, open up the YouTube. Can't forget about the YouTube family. Let me see who I got it over here, if anybody. There we go. Brother Dustin, what's going on? You said it's about to start it's time to start mining again. Need to fire up the hey, you see what you say with the price above 7,000, that's good for mining, huh, Brother Dustin? I need to contact you. I need to contact you. We'll wrap today. We'll wrap today. Let me see. Who do I got today? What's today? Monday? Let me see what my book at. What do I have today? I know I have the class. That was the 30th. Where are we picking up again? Let me see. How's everybody doing out there? We do see it's Bloody Mondays, right? I mean, it's about time that we should all really, really, really be almost used to the Bloody Mondays coming in like this. I mean, once you've gone through this, not only, I mean, even if for individuals that may be new to the cryptocurrency space, I mean, we've gone through this whole Bloody Monday thing time and time and time and time again. So it's not a surprise. Shouldn't be a surprise, that is. You know what I mean? As far as what happens on Mondays. So knowing that, one should be prepared and ready actually to get out of position. Let me see. There we go. There we go. We got all that situated. Share this out one last time. Also, let me send a actual text out to a couple of individuals. Told me to give them a heads up when I go live. This is a courtesy, just as a courtesy. I'm gonna go ahead and send this out for them real quick. And then we're gonna take off, family. Give it a little grace period, 5 to 7 minute grace period. Let everybody check in, see what type of crowd we're gonna have today. Brother Mike, what's going on? Brother Michael. Who we got coming in? Sister Crystal, how we doing? Almost brother or sister, I can't see the picture. Brother Kennedy, what's going on? If y'all can, please help the sister share this out real quick also. Let me get this out there real quick. Let me see, what are we looking at? There we go. Right, keep that on there. That's 444 right there. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and get my podcast up and running real quick. Get this thing started. Go ahead and reintroduce myself to the family. Go ahead and reintroduce myself. Let me know if I'm clear right now. Let me know if I'm clear. Let me know if the screen is clear. If you can see everything right now, we should be looking at Coin 360. Right now, you should be looking at Coin 360. Make sure everything is clear before I take off. What about shorting EOS? Why would you short EOS now? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's not speculate on anything. Let's take a look and see if the charts will tell you to short EOS, or if we should have shorted EOS already. Remember, you don't ever want to just up and just guess anything. Everything you want to go off of what you have examined through the way of seeing what the charts are doing, in my opinion. So let's take a look at EOS real quick. We had an individual say, "What about shorting EOS?" I mean, only thing to look at is the chart and see if it's telling us to short EOS. So let's see, EOS. What were we using? Bitfinex. Let's see. Shorting EOS should have been from up here down here. You're trying to short almost at the bottom now. You're gonna get wrecked. It's gonna shoot. It's gonna shoot back to the upside. I mean, could you chance it and possibly short EOS a couple more percentage? I mean, how low could we go? Let's I mean, the trend line is right here. Let me see. I mean, you could possibly maybe get another, maybe depending on how long it drawn out, anywhere maybe 7%, maybe. But the real time, the short EOS would have been from the top, right? We came back, tested this previous high. Right now, you have about 12%, but using leverage, 3x leverage to be 36%, 10x leverage would be 120%, 100x leverage would be 1200%, if I'm not mistaken, on the short with EOS. So the time to short EOS should have been up here, not, you know what I'm saying, you damn near coming down. Let's see, what are we coming down to right here? We got some. In fact, you could damn near see what it bounced off of, right? Look at that bounce right there. This should have been a buy for. This should have been a long. To me, this would looks more like a long entry versus a short entry. For anybody else that's watching right now, like I said, you could come down and retest your actual support. Like I said, that's a 7% for 721. Depending on the leverage. Yeah, but you got some levels to break though. You got to break back down first. You got to break back down below that support level that you hit and bounced off of, right? So if I was looking to short EOS, I would actually wait for it to break that 720, 719 before I look for a short position. So I'm like, well, I want to get in now before it goes down that low, but you also want confirmation because you can enter a short now and then it break the support, this resistance right here at 742. And then what? Now you know what I'm saying, shot yourself in the foot going the wrong way. So you always want to look at the charts when looking to long or shorter position. Always look at the charts. They're going to tell you everything. So anyways, let me get the podcast up and running. Peace, power, and prosperity, family. This is Amir, the Chicago crypto hustler, Bitcoin block bully, coming to you once again with an early rising show, Coffee and Crypto. It is New Money Matrix Mondays. How we doing out there? How we doing out there? How we doing out there? Bloody Mondays, as everybody sees right now. BTC hitting 8509, Ethereum to 262, EOS to 730, Litecoin at 112. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Litecoin didn't get smacked like that. Litecoin really barely got touched. BNB still holding gains above 32. Atom. Man. And you're able to trade Atom 3x leverage on Dragon. Atom's been doing his thing. Let's see. Let's take a look real quick. Let's take a quick look at ATOM, who is Cosmos. Let's see if they're on here. Yep, here we go. Atom. Let's look at it on Binance. We can look at it versus Tether. Monster. Straight monster. Look at that. That's a monster right there. Break this down to a daily. Let's see where our let's see. Let's see where our confirmations could have been at. We'll use Wick and then we'll adjust to the body. Now, as we can see, swing high to swing low, right? You came up, remember, these are your retracement levels. Look what happened. You were getting knocked out by the 236, weren't able to break it on the body. You were wicking through, so that shows you that the attempts from the bulls was trying to push higher. You broke through momentarily, shot up, look, instantly tested the 618. Instantly tested the 618. Came back down, right? Open, close, you had ample opportunity within this 618 to 382, the golden area right here. You had ample opportunity to enter anywhere within this zone right here, right? Before breaking to the upside. That's between $4.23 and $4.80. Once it broke that 618, you should have known what it was. Off to the races, right? Same thing on the downside. If you're trading retracement and you're looking to buy a pullback and that pullback breaks the 618, 9 times out of 10 is going to reverse, right? So if we were to turn this around, in fact, I'll show you what I mean. Let's see. Hold on. Why is it not reversing for us? There we go. That's what I was trying to do. So now check this out, right? Let's do a swing low to a swing high. Hold on. This is all you got to do. Swing low to swing high. This would puts everything into perspective, to be honest with you. So look what happened. Swing low to swing high. Right? Came down. Right? Tested the 382, came back up. You got rejected this time by the 236. Look at that rejection to the upside. You broke down. Now look what happened with the 618 here. You bounced off the 618, but it was real negative. Real negative. You came back up, if you were in this position and you came down here and bounced, I would have exited right here. I would have got out right here. Let it see what it was going to do. You see, we couldn't came back up. Couldn't even barely make it to the 382. And what happened? Broke down. Look what happened. Broke down. After breaking this 618 right here, that would have been the indication. When it bounced back up here, you would have been like, okay, I can get it out with minimum risk. You know what I'm saying? Minimum loss. And look what happened. You broke on down. Now remember, this ain't nothing but Adam turned upside down, right? That's it. But it gives you more of a perspective for what I mean when it breaks certain support levels. And this is what I mean when people do the whole price prediction thing. Where do you think this could go? Where do you think that could go? I also apologize to my 444. I also apologize to my New Money Matrix podcast listeners right now for the simple fact that I'm going through a chart analysis and they really can't see what I'm doing. But if you ever wanted to, you can check in on my YouTube channel, Chicago Crypto Hustle, and actually see the visual of this very podcast for anybody listening or will be listening in the future after this is posted. Yeah, just looking at it in the upside down motion, it gives you more of an outlook on it. Am I right? For anybody that's watching, did that really sort of put it in perspective for you? Let me get some feedback from the family. Let me get some feedback from the family. Was that a good perspective? Anyways, moving right along. First story we coming up with, which is an interesting story. I started reading it myself. Dow futures collapses. Wall Street screams recession alarms. Has anybody been paying attention to what's going on in the economy? Anybody paid attention to the number of different companies that have been closing, filing for bankruptcy? Anybody? It's real wicked what's going on in the world right now, especially with these trade wars and tariffs. I mean, I don't know if y'all paid attention to what the CEO of the United States Corp did as far as a squeeze on Mexico, putting what was it? I think it started off at a 25% tax, and then every month he's going to raise it 5%. That's grabbing somebody by the nuts and just squeezing and twisting. I promise you, it's part of my language, but it's serious what's going on in the world. And I think it's something that we need to pay attention to because the trickle down effect can really, really affect any and everybody. I mean, I'm pretty sure a number of people have seen the video I did on Instagram. I think it came to Facebook too, where I show you the now price of the dollar of a 25-cent bag of chips being $75. I mean, 75 cents, excuse me. 25-cent bag of chips is now 75 cents, 2 for 150. Whereas at one store, in fact, I'm going to go to that store today and show you that actually a dollar, whereas when you ring it up, it comes to $1.11. This is for a 25-cent bag of chips. Now, individuals not in the know will think that the prices of different items are going up. I'm here to tell you now that prices of items never really go up. The totality of what happens. Number one, everything is manipulated and it really doesn't have. Dear reader, join our journalists spent all their bitcoins on pizza. Ads help. What? Get out of here. And it just threw me off. I was in the zone too. Forgot what I was talking about. Anyways, leading right along into the story. Damn, I was in the zone. I forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, well, I'm pretty sure the family will remind me. There was something. Went to the store to see it for myself. Oh, right, the bag of chips. That's what I was talking about. Right. Right. So what we're seeing right now is the inflation, hyperinflation. I ain't gonna call it hyperinflation, but the inflation of the dollar. Whereas the value is slowly, no, not even slowly, shit, quickly. That happened overnight. One day there was, 59 cents, which is way too high for a quarter, anyways. One day there was 59 cents. The very next day there was a dollar. So that's actually very, very, very quick difference, and it starts with things as small as that. Starts with things as small as that. You know what I mean? You see bags of chips going up. Next thing you know, regular items, milk, cookies, dish detergent, toilet paper. I don't know if you guys pay attention to what's going on in countries like Venezuela or what has happened in the past in Zimbabwe, who once had $1 trillion note, but that money is pretty much fire. Not even firewood, but burning paper. Like if it gets cold, you can burn that shit. Like it'll suit you more warming you up than it will you trying to buy a heater or anything with it. You understand what I mean? That's what happens to their quote unquote money. So just something to be aware of. Just something to be aware of. Yeah, lots of stores. Brookstone mattress from Nine West. See? Um, but yeah, going on right now with the story. Let's go in. And I wanted to open up with this first and foremost because this is a catalyst and actually segues into the importance of the transfer of wealth that's going on right now from this market. Remember, in order for you to rebuild anything, and I learned this from going through boot camp, where they broke us down in order to rebuild us. You know what I mean? You got to break something down in order to rebuild it. So if they're rebuilding the monetary system, you got to break that old system down. These are just the facts, in my opinion. Let me say that. These are the facts, in my opinion. Um, Anyways, the story goes on to say, entitled "Dow Futures Collapse: Wall Street Screams Recession." This is by CNN. Dow Jones futures tumbled in early trading Monday as Wall Street firms triggered multiple recession warnings. The Dow was posed to open in the red as traders initiate a triple-digit sell-off overnight. Risk-off mode is firmly engaged. J.P. Morgan Chase and Company said the likelihood of recession in 2019 is now at a 40%. Up from 25% last month. So pay attention to this, family. Pay attention to the numbers. Number one, look how quick the chips went up, and look how fast they went up in their percentage as far as how close we are to a recession. From 25% last month, up 15% for the month. Morgan Stanley warned that a recession is imminent. Look up the word imminent so you understand what it means. Imminent unless tensions cool between the U.S. and China. In fact, let's look it up. What does imminent mean? I think, I didn't want to click on the actual story. Okay, Morgan Stanley fears trade war recession in 2020 as stock markets burn and crash, and everyone's 401k is pretty much. I feel sorry for certain individuals that don't understand where their money is invested. This is one reason I do what I do and teach what I teach, because I know it's a lot of individuals out there that have money put in places and they don't even understand where their money is, what it's doing, if it's winning, if it's losing. Family, you got to understand, overstand, and understand what your currency is doing, because it's just currency. It's just supposed to flow for you. But if you give somebody else control of it, then it's going to flow in their direction and not your direction, even though you're thinking it's supposed to be flowing in your direction. So let's look at the definition of imminent. About to happen. I guess that's it. About to happen. Overhanging, archaic. Let's look at the etymon. Upon, towards, to project. Overhanging, Middle English. Meter, to project. Etymon online. 1520 from Middle French, imminent, 14th century, directly from Latin, imminetum, nominative imminence, overhanging, pending, presenting, particle, imminere, to overhang, lean towards, hence, bear near to, also threaten, menace, impend, be at hand, to be at happen. Menace, interesting. Imminent, menace, from assimilated form of intro, in, or upon, from pi root, in, minor, just out, which is related to monos, hail, from pi root. Interesting. All right. But yeah, it just means it's about to happen. So they said that recession is imminent unless tensions cool between U.S. and China, which I doubt. And I think I may have irregularly said before that it was Japan, but I think I cleared myself up and said it might be China. I wasn't 100% sure. But Morgan Stanley put out a warning note today. Our cycle indicator has shifted out of expansion to turn down from the first time since 2007. Now let's go and see what happened in 2007, family. Let's go take a look. Let's take a look and see what happened in 27. What's going on now? And the Dow and the S&P. Nasty. This is 2007 right here. This is the 2008 market crash. This is where people lost homes, people jumped out of buildings, a lot of bankruptcies, subprime mortgages. If you haven't seen the movie The Big Short, go watch The Big Short. This explains exactly what happened within this phase right here. Once again, the movie The Big Short explains exactly what happened in this phase right here. So you definitely want to go check that out if possible. And they're saying that we haven't, man, look at that. These are jobs being lost. These are 401ks going down the drain. This is the economy. I mean, look at the last dip we just had. Now they tried to come back. Interesting. Let's see. Weekly. Now, some would say right? Some would say, well, oh, well, look at the market's doing good. Look how far we're up. But once you understand where this up came from, being a um, overinflated due to a stimulus package being put in play from then President Obama. If anybody remembers the stimulus package that was given out. See, one thing we got to comprehend, and this is why I do a lot of this on my show, is what a lot of the terms and the words that we say mean. So people will be like, oh, well, what a stimulus package doesn't have anything to do with nothing. But then when you look up the actual definition, I mean, has anyone looked up the definition of stimulus package other than seeing it on my page? A stimulus package is a package of economic measures put together by government to stimulate a floundering economy. So let's see, hold on. Is it another thing when we come across words that we don't know, it'll make us erroneously read sentences. So floundering, struggle or stagger helplessly or clumsily in water or in the mud, basically saying that the economy was stuck. So once again, a stimulus package is a package of economic measures put together by a government to stimulate a floundering, stuck in the mud economy. The objective of a stimulus package is either to reinvigorate, once again, reinvigorate, right? It just means bring back to life. I'm not going to look that up. The economy, listen to this, and prevent or reverse a recession by boosting employment. This is the key word, and spending. So, what was going on back then? Well, the United States and the world economy crashed. Obama put a stimulus package and gave everybody free money. What does everybody do with free money? Of course, they buy and they buy and they buy and they buy and they buy until it gets to a point where all that buying from all that printed up extra money blows. We try it again, blows lower. Try it again. This is going to be the one that takes the toll. Let's see. Drop. Where are our levels? Oh, but this ain't. Let me, because I could stay on this for all day. Let me move on. Let me continue to move on. I forgot. I do got to remember. I do have the New Money Matrix podcast. Individuals listening in. So I don't want to get. Yeah, I was looking at the triple top. That's what I was. That's what I was speaking on. That triple top. Ugly. But let me move on along. Them bag of chips going to get lighter and lighter. Imminent means that something is about to happen. Yep. Hold on. So, where do we leave off at? All right, it went to this other story. Here it is. Let me hurry and read through this so we can move on with the show. I'll be getting too caught up. Anyway, Dow Jones Industrial Futures fell as much as 180 points on Monday, pointing to a weak open. At 6:01 Eastern, Dow Futures recovered slightly to 24,730, still down 90 points, 0.36%. The S&P 500 futures fell 8.5% for 0.31% to 2,744. The tech-heavy Nasdaq composite index slumped a 34.75 points lower at damn near 0.5% to 7,098. Markets are underestimating the recession risk. Morgan Stanley analyst Chetan Ahaya said that the Wall Street is finally waking up to the reality of Trump's China trade war. He told Bloomberg that traders have so far underestimated the global impact of the United States tariffs and China's retaliation. Recent conversations with investors have reinforced the sense that markets are underestimating the impact of trade tension. They appear to be overlooking its potential impact on the global macro outlook. Remember, I always show y'all macro and micro, do I not? Do I not show y'all macro and micro on the charts? We're getting unusually different readings of economy right now. Over the last 4 quarters, the GDP, which is growth, what is it? Gross domestic product contribution to the EC budget was based on is a monetary measure of the market value of all the final goods and services produced in a period of time, often annually. Once again, the gross domestic product, the GDP, is a monetary means money, monetary measure. They're measuring the money of the market value, how much the market is valued at, of all, pay attention, all the final goods. I'm gonna start me at school and services produced in a period of time. That's basically all this is in a sense. These early morning shows, it's damn near like school, like this. Trump extends trade threats to Mexico. This is what I was just speaking on. Where do we leave off at? All right. Over the last 4 quarters, the gross domestic product grew by a strong 3.2%. But another measure of the same concept, GDI was tepid one. GDI now. Gross domestic income is a sum of all income earned while producing goods and services within the nation's borders. It differs from gross domestic product, which gauges the economic activity of production. So this gauges the income earned, and the other one gauges the economic activity of the production of that which brings the income in. Gotcha. Where do we leave off at? In other words, there's more room to fail yet, and recession bells are ringing. The Dow Jones Industrial Average pumped towards all-time highs in 2019, but the momentum was knocked out of the market as Sino-American trade relations broke down. The DJIA snapped a 4-month winning streak to end May with the first monthly loss of the year. Trump extends trade threats to Mexico. Dow traders are also weighing Trump's latest tariff threats on Mexico. The U.S. president has warned of a 5% tariff on Mexico imports unless the country acts on illegal immigrants into America. Shit. I had it backwards. The tariffs will rise monthly until they reach 25%. Okay. He said on June 10th, what's today? The 3rd? He said on June 10th, the United States will impose a 5% tariff on all goods coming into our country from Mexico until such time as illegal immigrants coming through Mexico into our country stop. This is the key word, stop. That means not you work on it, not you lessen it up. He said they got to stop. The tariff will gradually increase until the illegal immigration problem is remedied. Excuse me. Ooh, remedied. I like that. Remedy is right. Anyway, I don't know if he used it in that context, but he should have. So let's say it takes them a year or two, and that's ugly. I'm telling y'all, that's squeezing them by the nuts so nasty. JP Morgan warned and would warn the move would hit the U.S. economy, even if the U.S. and Mexico reached a quick agreement. Even if a deal quickly is reached with Mexico, which seems plausible, the damage to business confidence would be lasting, with consequences that might still require a Fed response. The Wall Street firm thinks the Federal Reserve will be forced to brace against a possible recession. A warning note to investors predicts the Fed will slash interest rates twice in 2019 if the tariffs reach 25%. Dow is in trouble as China blames us for trade collapse. The Dow was posed to extend losses on Monday as China issued a controversial white paper. The paper hit back at Trump and blamed the United States for the breakdown in negotiations. The United States government accusation of China's backtracking is totally groundless. It is reckless to accuse China of backtracking while the talks are still underway. Traders are no longer expecting a trade deal before the upcoming G20 meets. In fact, they appear to be pricing in the likelihood of a long and painful negotiating period. That's what's going on in the worldwide of stocks. Now, following that story, for individuals that haven't seen my video on the Samurai wallet, one of the most untalked about but most interesting and probably going to be one of the most highly used in the near future wallets, in my opinion, is the Samurai wallet. It seems they raised their first funding round in the fight against Bitcoin surveillance. The team behind the privacy-obsessed Bitcoin app Samurai Wallet has gotten its first round of venture funding. Founded by 2 former developers of blockchain.info, Keon Rodriguez and William Hill, the wallet's maker, Katana Cryptographic, has received a $100,000 investment from Cyberpunk Holdings. Samurai Wallet has been built for Android users, and I tell each and everybody this: Apple is not cryptocurrency friendly. For all you fancy Apple users and think you're going to do all this crypto stuff, you really are limited with your Apple phone. At least get you an Android tablet or $20, $30 Android phone from Walmart. That way you can really grasp the whole of the cryptocurrency space and what they have to offer via mobile devices. There's no other cryptocurrency that is as battle tested. Wait, excuse me. Samurai Wallet has been built for Android users, specifically designed to enhance privacy while using Bitcoin. There's no other cryptocurrency that is battle tested and hardened as Bitcoin. Rodriguez, Katana's director, told CoinDesk in an email. The founding team of Samurai has zero interest in working on other coins or even other layers of Bitcoin at this time. The wallet has a number of features that provide great privacy for users, such as a service that puts intermediary hops in a transaction in order to create uncertainty about which wallet pays for what. If you're interested about what that line just said, go watch the video. I ain't gonna share it right here, but go watch the video. Very interesting with what they do with the hops. Another feature makes it difficult to trace the provenance of someone's Bitcoin. The company earns a small fee in Bitcoin from users that make use of these services. Samurai also provides a privacy enhanced service called Stonewall for free. Stonewall creates doubt about ownership of Bitcoin in a given transaction. The company is also offering a forthcoming hardware product, called Dojo, which I covered about maybe a month ago. Maybe about 2 months ago. I covered Dojo, which is a user-friendly Bitcoin node built to work with the wallet. High marks. Still in its alpha release in the works since 2015. It's then about to be 2020. Samurai only has 27,000 users, according to the company. Not high. Not high. That shows the amount of individuals who really know anything about privacy. Its first full version should come out in June. Rodriguez said it will use the funding to expand its development, customer service, and quality assurance program, all of which have been put under significant pressure by the wallet's growth. The products have personally impressed John Carvalho, a longtime Bitcoin user who currently works at Bitrefill. Carvalho told CoinDesk, "I have respect for any company that adds utility to Bitcoiners, and Samurai is clearly willing to go against the grain to add privacy options for users. If Bitcoin is freedom money, Samurai are freedom fighters." A similar sentiment spurred the investment itself. Cypherpunk, a venture fund listed on the Canadian Securities Exchange, under the ticker symbol HODL, was set up as an investment vehicle to support privacy enhancing technology. Let's take a look at this. HODL, huh? Interesting. Damn, that was one hell of a hit. Oh, that was in 2016, though. Damn, look what they did from 2013, right? 457, 440, 470%. This right here, though, November of 2016. Hold on, I want to break this down. I want to see what happened here. This is a weekly. This all happened in the week of November 2016. They knew. Hold on. Daily. Damn, it's a gap. This is November. I have to go back and look. That's nasty though. Interesting. Since then, they've been in positive momentum though. Let's see. That's where this touchscreen stuff's so cool. Tony Stark. Iron Man. Let's see. Well, she made that four. Oh man, they made 470%. Let's see what they lost. Lost whatever, and they made 450 or 83% back for coming back down again. Crazy. Hmm. It was set up as an investment vehicle to support privacy enhancing technology. I wonder. Cypherpunk's, chief investment officer Mo Adam said in a press release, Katana's technologies will advance the Bitcoin project. Privacy is an increasingly important yet underfunded sector of the market, and is increasingly coming under attack. Facts. That's probably why they got smacked like that. Hold on. Mo Adam. I want to see who this guy is. BitAccess co-founder. Okay. This is obviously him. What's going on, more? This is how you follow the rabbit holes, family. These are the breadcrumbs you follow sometimes. I'm just really showing y'all everything I do when I look at stuff. Like I'm research everything. I don't really leave too many stones unturned. Anyways, Cypherpunk's director Dominic Frisby told CoinDesk that his fund is looking across a wide array of blockchain technologies for opportunities to undermine global surveillance. Global surveillance. Bitcoin itself scores badly on privacy, but it scores highly on market cap and usage. What Bitcoin has that no other coin does is this colossal network effect. This is a powerful thing, Frisby told CoinDesk. But the fund is not limiting itself strictly to Bitcoin, Frisby said. We're investing on both sides in privacy coins themselves, Dash, Monero, Bitcoin Diamond possibly, and in Bitcoin privacy tech. We think there will be a growing demand for both. Interesting. Now, some damaging news coming from Binance Dex. For those in the U.S., they will be banning us. They will be banning us. It goes on to say Binance Dex website will geo-block users from 29 countries, including the United States. They didn't say USA. They said the United States. Pay attention to that also. They said they're going to geo-block. That's interesting. Geo-block, huh? It's technology that restricts access to internet content based upon a user's geographical location. What does geo-block mean? Geo-block are used to limit or change content depending on it. Look at this. Geo-blocks are used to limit or change content depending on the end user's geographic location, meaning that they can send certain propaganda to certain parts of the world. And, if I go watch something and you go watch something in another part of the world, we're trying to look in on the same thing, we may get different intel. Anyway, story was going to say, the decentralized exchange. Hold on. This article previously contained statements implying that Binance Dex itself, rather than its website, was geo-blocking users. It has been updated for privacy accuracy. The decentralized exchange DEX, developed by major cryptocurrency exchange Binance, will block website access to users based in 29 countries. The Binance DEX website informs potential users of the restriction via a message that appears when accessing the platform from one of the regions. The message appearing on the platform states that accessing the website from certain countries will be restricted starting on July 1st. Since you are accessing www.binance.org from an IP address belonging to one of the following countries: USA, Albania, Belarus, Bosnia, Burma, Central African Republic, Democratic Republic of Congo, Democratic People's Republic of Korea, Côte d'Ivoire, the Crimea region of Ukraine, Croatia, Cuba, Herzegovina, Iran, Iraq, Kosovo, Lebanon, Liberia, Libya, Macedonia, Moldova, Serbia, Somalia, Sudan, South Sudan, Syria, Venezuela, Yemen, and Zimbabwe. Yada yada yada. So it seems you accessing this, so they're gonna knock off anyone listening in is from anywhere around there. I mean, everybody's from the U.S., but any of them other countries, what they're saying. The pop-up also warns about trading and accessing the wallet interface through websites that will be blocked for users with IP addresses from the affirmation country, regardless of their actual location. Once again, pop-up also warns about how trading and access to wallet interface through websites will be blocked for users with IP addresses from aforementioned countries, regardless of this actual location, regardless of their actual location. Lastly, the message also links to a list of wallets supporting the Binance chain BNB mainnet, suggesting them as alternatives for holding, managing, and trading assets on Binance Dex. Many in the crypto community characterize the finding as an indication that DEX is in fact not decentralized. A Twitter user well known among crypto enthusiasts, Whale Panda, commented, "Reminder that it was never a DEX, so stop calling it a DEX. It's just a word they use to pump BNB. It was never meant to be decentralized," which I can almost agree on. If it's decentralized, there's no way you should be able to ban individuals. A Steemit post dedicated to the topic links to a list of suggested crypto asset trading platforms that do not require users to go through know your customer procedures. The Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao tweeted on June 2nd that the notion that the DEX itself was geo-blocking users is false. The message being passed is wrong. Binance.org, the website, blocks certain countries. DEX, the blockchain, does not. It can't. That's a slippery slope. Let me see this list of let's see this list. No KYC exchange list. Let me bookmark this, in fact. Financial Underground King. Okay. Fuck. FUK. Gonna follow this. So if anybody out there, you want to follow the FUK page, FUK, FUK, Financial Underground Kingdom, FUK, FUK.io, FUK.io. I'll do that later. Let's see, no KYC list. Let's see, Binance, Bitfinex, KuCoin, loads of Neo pairs, really nice and smooth design. There's KYC, but skip it, not mandatory. Withdrawal limit to BTC, BitForex, which I have utilized. Super big volume exchange, mostly for Ethereum USD pairs, recommended for use. Withdrawal limit 100 Bitcoin for 24 every 24 hours. CoinEx looks like it needs KYC. It doesn't. Loads of Bitcoin Cash pairs. Withdrawal limit 10,000 USD every 24 hours. Hit BTC really fast. Wait, loads of withdrawal problems. Not recommended. They scratched that out. Good occasions exchange list. BitMax transaction mining on one USD peg asset. Nice engine and interesting coin. VBox almost same design as Binance, but with different coins and projects. They don't have super Bitcoin trading vibes, but you can get their coins cheaper than elsewhere. So good to keep some amounts waiting. Got you. Coin exchange, place for catching overlooked coins that many exchanges don't have. No limit on the withdrawal. Hotbit, some really good and unique cryptos here. Withdrawal limit, none. LBank, who I just it's now LBank is in Chinese, and I'm gonna tell you something. I was able to maneuver on there just from maneuver on a lot of these exchange markets. I'm able to understand where they place certain things. So I was able to log in, sign up, log in, actually use the exchange, and it's all in Chinese. I don't think they have the. Did they have? I don't think they got it on the mobile device. Chinese exchange with not big volume, but the only that has a few tokens. Then they knocked off Cryptopia, dead. Cost under review due to changes. Robinhood, dead. Here we go. For futures, margin trading, or perpetual swap crypto exchanges. Exchanges that let you trade Ethereum, Litecoin futures, perpetual margins, and margin leverage with no ID verification and no KYC check. BitMEX. I'll find enough for BitMEX then. Futures for BTC, ADA, Bitcoin Cash, EOS, LTC, Ethereum, Tron, XRP. Most famous and oldest site with those. Withdrawal limit, none. Bybit, new to the market, yet works really good with BTC, ETH deposits. Right now, guaranteed to get at least 5 USD extra for trading. Withdrawal limit, none. And Simple FX, the Forex broker with stocks, commodities, and cryptos, who I've done a couple of tutorials on. You can use and withdraw a lot of currencies. Withdrawal limit, none. Let me see. On the fly exchange list, we got Changelly and BlockTrace. Decentralized exchanges, you have Open Ledger, Crypto Bridge, BitShares. One login as the base is decentralized, yet each of them use gateway to let other tokens into network. TLDR, 50% decentralized. One login to all sites. Okay. Excuse me. IDEX, decentralized exchange for Ethereum tokens. No account, no risk. Use MetaMask preferably for security. So IDEX, you just connect to your MetaMask as a bridge. Switch.io, Neo-based decentralized exchange, which I know a lot of people invested in Switch.io just because there was an exchange. Let's see what Switch.io's been doing actually. Here we go. Switch.io versus the dollar. This is a 12. Let's see. Look at the 3-day chart. Refresh. Shit. This is not what we have been in and stayed in. Man, it's wrecked a lot of people. Look at started turning around Switch.io. I mean, now maybe I would be on Switch.io that you making higher highs and higher lows, but this light right here really knocked out your last higher high. You got to break this 100-day moving average, and you're way off of that. Though you are finding support by the 7-day moving average, 14 and 21 to the downside. No, in fact, you're being supported by the 14 and the 21, actually being rejected by the 4. No, you're being supported by the 7 and the 21, actually being rejected by the 14-day moving average upside. Let me see. 7-4. No, 21-day moving average is rejecting you. So if we was to throw on a Bollinger Bands, the 21-day moving average would be right here. Though you have found support, this is positive. This is positive. You have found some sort of support from the 55-day moving average. As long as you stay above the 55-day moving average, that's good. So I would try to stay above set up his exit position. If anyone's looking, if you're in this thing anywhere from any of this, you're just stuck. Can't do anything. Good idea, bad hodl. Yeah, Binance, they're starting to KYC, or they're knocking out people from US. So let's get over here into the top 20 coins real quick. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. Let's close this up. Close this up. Let's see. Right now we got $268,985,584,669. You got a 24-hour volume of 23,516,632,418. You got a BTC dominance right now, 56.5%. Family, before we get into the second half of the show, we are done with the first half. Before we get into the second half of the show, first let me check out. Hold on real quick. Let me check out what we got. We got 40 minutes running. Family, if you can, go ahead, share this out. If you like the information that I'm bringing in the way that I'm bringing it, if you could, please hit the like and or love button. Share this out for anyone that may need to see this information, how we're bringing it. Hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me check on something. Yeah, so share this out, family. Also, if you can, let's do a quick roll call. See who's checking in with us real quick. Go ahead and state your name if you so will. I see your name. City and state, country if you're checking in outside the country. And I'm gonna Ethereum BTC taking off pretty nice. Thank you for sharing that out. I've got a couple of shares already. Thank you. Let me see what we got checking in on the Facebook and on the YouTube side of things. Let's see what we got checking in with us. Indiana Kicks, what's going on? We got Naj coming in from Fort Riley, Kansas. Indiana Kicks coming in from the Indy. Brother Smith coming in from Kansas City, Missouri. H Boogie, what's going on? That's where a friend with citizenship and ID comes in. Definitely. What's going on, H Boogie? You see what we got on the Facebook side of things. We all should be using the VPN anyway. No one should be seeing what we're doing. Brother Hassan, peace. Brother Weber, what's going on? Kali, happy belated birthday, my brother. Happy belated birthday, Brother Kali. Brother Houston, peace. Miss Tammy. Brother Dean, Grand Rising. How's everybody doing right now? Rock Ricky Williams, Grand Rising, welcome to the show. Miss Crystal coming in from Sacramento, California. Brother Jamar, what's going on? Brother Darren Worrell, my old time friend. Hey, please give Brother Durrell a warm welcome. This is the first individual. When I first wrote the puzzle book, this is the first individual that I gave a copy to. This brother felt it within his heart to gift me 50 USD. No, in fact, I think it might have been Bitcoin. I think he gifted me 50 BTC for that book. This was like 2 years ago when I first wrote that book. This is probably like midsummer, ending of summer 2017. Brother Durrell, what's going on, my brother? Longtime friend. You already know I got you anytime you need me. Also, man, all you gotta do is reach out, brother. We got Miss Rose coming in from Queens. What's going on, Lynn? Peace, power, and prosperity. We got Brother Hutchinson coming in, south side of Houston. Brother Polo, what's going on? KYA, know your audience. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. KYA, they don't even know it. I'm doing know your audience. Thoughts on GDX? You talking about the Van Gogh ETF? Let me see. You may be talking about the Van Gogh ETF. Let me see. I actually have some GDX. Just to be honest with you, if that's what you're talking about. Van Eck, excuse me, not Van Gogh. Van Gogh's a damn painting. Van Eck ETF. The Van Eck ETF is what you're speaking on, I believe. Unless you're speaking about something cryptocurrency. There we go. Let's look at GDX real quick. Yeah, Van Eck ETF trust. This ain't nothing but a trust. I'm just trading the trust. That's so slick, ain't it? So let's extend this now. Let's extend. What did I have here? Let me see what I was doing over here. Hour chart. 4 hours. Ha! Played out perfectly. Played out perfectly. Look at that. Head and shoulders inverse. Played out perfectly. Came down, found our support, bounced off that. Right now, coming back up to that same level of resistance. If you break that, you could be off to the races to 2373. That's on the Van Eck GDX. Very nice form. I love when I come back and look at charts. I ain't looked at it in a while to see how they played out, right? Look, we broke. This right here was another trend. So you see how many indicators I got here to tell me what may happen with the price action? Not only did we reverse our momentum, start moving sideways, we were still having our pumps, but the way them pumps was coming wasn't how price action had been going. You know what I mean? We were in a very, very, very nice trend. And I felt once we broke that trend, we were going to break down. We did it just as follow. I think I put this call out there about $20 for the GDX Gold. I believe I put this one out there. We came down. We met that previous. Remember, look at these gaps. Look at these gaps. Came back and refilled that gap up. Look at this gap right here. Let me open it up so y'all can see it. Came back and you refilled this right here. Look at this. Hold on. I don't know what's going on with this mouse today, but it ain't working how it's supposed to. So I'm marking this gap right now, right? And there goes your gap right there. Now look at this gap. Look what happened. Now look, peep the game. This is the opening of the last gap. This is the closing of the new gap. But look what happened. You gapped up. So now pay attention to this level. Pay attention to that on a retracement. Pay attention to that on a retracement. In fact, let's go ahead real quick on GDX. And I didn't even look back to see if the brother was even talking about this or crypto. I just took off with the GDX Gold Trust. I apologize, Brother Boogie. Now I want to see something, though. Now I want to see something. Right now we at 2209. The 236 is at 2168. You may want to write these down. Anybody that may be trading or may be looking to trade or maybe looking for a re-entry on Van Eck. Once again, let me put this disclaimer out there. I'm glad I really didn't get into the chart. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot give financial advice. I'm not a tax advisor. I'm not a tax advisor. I can and I will not give you tax or financial advice. This is just for entertainment. This is for shits and giggles. This is an hour of us talking, shooting the breeze back and forth with each other. That's it. That's all. Don't take this as any type of serious information. This is theoretically speaking. If I was going to enter a position on a pullback on GDX, I would be looking anywhere between 20 and 21 2093 and maybe 2139. Possible first entry at 2168, and to see if we bounce off of that, because that's a gap that you got to fill also. But I mean, take notice where your 20 is. It's right above the lower gap. And your 382 or your 618 and your 302 are right within those gaps. So those are possible pullback areas. 382 being the golden zone, golden ratio. You can definitely come back, hit that 382, and continue the upside. That's GDX. And let me see if this is even what the brother was asking about. We got Florida checking in. What's going on? I heard you see breaking resistance. Could you briefly explain that? Then I'll read up on it. Resistance is a head or a ceiling that the head can't get above. So anytime it hits it, you get knocked down from it. Support is where you get support from price action. In fact, let me give you just here we go. In stock market technical analysis, really any market, support and resistance are certainly predetermined levels of the price of a security at which it is thought that the price will tend to stop and reverse. These levels are denoted by multiple touches of price without a breakthrough of that level. So when we come back and we look at the price action of the Van Eck, right? When I made this channel, we can see right here that this right here was our resistance right here at the top. Anytime we hit it, we got rejected. Same thing as our neckline of the head and shoulders formation, right? When we look at the neckline, we can see we had a support level. Hold on, let me shrink this down. There we go. This was just support, but you use the support being if you break support, it can turn into resistance, meaning it could break to the downside, try to get back up, and then now it's hitting his head. You understand what I mean? I still ain't see if that's what the brother was talking about. But yep. Peace, peace, peace. Grand Rising, everybody's tuning in right now. Welcome to the show. So let's get into the top 20 real quick. Coming in at number one, we got Big Bank Hank Bitcoin trading at $8,461. Shorting would be nice. Down 2.2% within the last 24. Coming in at number two, you got Ethereum $260, $255, down 2.55% within the last 24. Coming in at number three, you got Ripple trading at 44 cents, up 0.8% within the last 24, down 1.4% within the last hour. Coming in at number four, you got Bitcoin Cash trading at $428, down 3.03% within the last 24, down 0.4% within the last hour. Litecoin coming in at $111, down 1.88% within the last 24 hours. EOS coming in at $7.29, down 5.6% within the last 24 hours. Coming in number seven, you got Binance Coin, BNB trading at $31.99, down 3.21% within the last 24 hours. Coming in number eight, you got Bitcoin SB. BSV, I'm talking about out of nowhere, up 15.74%, trading at $219 right now. Coming in number nine, you got USDT, which is the cryptocurrency equivalent to the United States dollar right now at 99 cents, 84 cents, or down 0.3% within the last hour. Coming in number 10, you got Stellar, XLM, trading at 13 cents, down 3.2% within the last 24, 1.1% within the last hour. Coming in number 10, you got Tron. Coming in number 11, you have Tron trading at 3 cents, down 6.9% within the last 2.06% within the last hour. Coming in number 12, you got Cardano trading at 9 cents, down 2.6% within the last 24, 1.5% within the last hour. Coming in number 13, you got Monero trading at $92.94, down 2.6% within the last 24.9% within the last hour. Coming in number 14, you got Dash trading at $161, down 2.4% within the last 24.4% within the last hour. Coming in number 15, we have IOTA trading at $46.66, down 4.8% within the last 24, 1.4% within the last hour. Coming in at number 16, who you should definitely watch on the pullback. If we pull back 10, 15%, right now up 13.9% within the last 24, 3.09% of that which it has lost within the last hour. Coming in number 17, we got Ethereum Classic trading at $9.54, up 4.3% within the last 24, down 0.9% within the last hour. Coming in number 18, we have Tezos trading at $1.44, up 6.05% within the last 20. Excuse me. Tezos trading at $1.44, down 6.05% within the last 24. And coming in number 19, you got NEO at $13.24, who's exploded from $8, $5 previously in a couple of months. And coming in number 20. Neil's down 4.2% within the last week. We got Neem coming in at 9 cent, down 3.6% within the last week. It is your top coin market cap. 1 hour and 50 minutes into the 4-hour candle closure. Now let's see who the biggest gainers and the biggest losers are in the market. Right now, the biggest losers, you got LA Token, Aeon, Monocoin, Hot, Project Pi, BitTorrent, Tron, IOST, Dent, Tezos, Bidem, Revain, Komodo, EOS, Nano, Crypto.com, which is CRO, Ontology, PoonDX, Zcoin, Qtum, Elf, Maker, OhMyGo, Neo, Insight, Digibyte, BitShares, Thorcoin, Siacoin, Waves is down, Theta's down, Hubby Token's down. This is a shortage dream right here, and I'm telling you, you can gauge it on Mondays. If you just start shorting in the middle, let me not. Never mind. Let's look at the biggest gainers real quick. Now we do have some nice gains. MXN coin back up. Dynamic is up 18%. Metaverse is up 16%. MXN coin is up 16%. BSV is up 15%. Cosmos is up 13%. Ethereum Classic is up 4%. Hedge Trade, I forgot who I sent my hedge tokens to. That'd be my cousin, up 2.7%. Engine up 1.9%. MaySafe token and so on and so on. KuCoin shares holding very nice gains too. In fact, let me check this. Let me check these real quick. Yeah, okay. All right. And real quick, last but not least, we got Bitcoin Diamond. Currently trading at $1.35, family, and this is your last 30 days and last 7 days. With that being said, I'm gonna end the show. I thank everyone that tuned in for the early rising show with Coffee and Crypto with the Bitcoin Block Bully today. I will be back live around noon to take a pre-look at the market. I'm doing the workshop today. The workshop is today for individuals that are new to the Bitcoin space. Check out my page on Facebook, on Instagram. If you're interested in the workshop, you can hit me at Cryptonomic Console. That's CryptoNomicConsul@gmail.com. Until the next video, until the next podcast, this is Amir, the Chicago Crypto Hustler, Bitcoin Block Bully. Peace, power, and prosperity, family. I am out of here.